So anyways, I'm trying this with a different camera. This seems to be the right height. I already checked it once, so hopefully we're good. So this is a video I'm making today for this week about my summer faves. And I'm putting July and August together as my summer faves because there were a lot of little things that I liked during the both of it. And I felt like if I only did August, there wouldn't be quite enough in there for you to like hear about. So instead, I just compiled it into both July and August, and I'm calling it my summer faves. So to start off with, we're gonna go like straight into makeup. Yes, I'm looking down at a list so I can remember. I know that's not that. The first thing that I really loved that I got this summer was my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. This thing was so awesome. It's so soft and it's so dense, and I couldn't believe the difference because I've been using like a cheapo like sponge applicator thing. It's like a cheap version of the Beauty Blender, and it worked. It did the job. But this thing was amazing. I mean, it just went over my face so fast. It was just absolutely fantastic. I loved it. It was fabulous. I could use a million other words for how great it was. It really made me super, super happy. And I've been using it since I bought it. I've just been using it every day. I just find it so much better than using a sponge. This morning, though, I did need to use a sponge afterwards because I was trying out new concealer that, well, a little goes a long, long way. It was just too much, and I had to like sponge off some of the makeup afterwards because it was crazy. But that's for another episode of things that didn't quite work out. So anyways, this was my first favorite that I was talking about, the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. It's just fantastic. If you can find one, I bought this at Rite Aid, and I think it was like $7 or $8, so not too expensive. Depending. I mean, there are certainly cheaper brushes, but I think that really, really inexpensive brushes maybe aren't as great. I mean, I had some inexpensive brushes that I got from like a health store kind of place, and they were awful. Like really, really awful. They were on sale, which should have made me know right then, but I was figuring I was getting a deal because they were all natural, and I was like, oh, like these will be really great, and they were not. The hair just went everywhere. There was always hairs coming off. I mean, every time I put some like powder or anything on my face with any of these brushes, there were little stray hairs everywhere. They were just awful. And of course, that's for another episode too. I'm rambling. I might ramble. So anyways, excuse me. Oh my goodness. That happens. It happens. Anyways, the next thing I'm going to talk about is my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. And this stuff, fantastic. I've seen other people talk about it, and I was like, whatever. Because I remember I used it before, but I don't remember liking it as much as I like it now, which is super weird. But it is great concealer. I mean, it doesn't crease, you know, and I get bags under my eyes because I don't sleep well. I have sleep issues up the kazoo. So this was just fantastic. It worked really well. Didn't have to deal with the creasing and everything. I was very, very happy with this. And it's very popular. The color I used is light pale. So, because I'm very pale, if you can't tell. I'm extremely pale. I think my daughter is even more pale than I am. And you'll see her every now and then on one of these videos, because she would like to talk about some of her favorite things as well. And it's been great. This has been a really great concealer. Now, something I really loved. Now, I, like many people that are into makeup and beauty and such, I get an Ipsy bag. I also get a Birchbox. And soon I'll be getting a e.l.f. Beauty box too that comes like every 2 months. which I'm really excited to get. Because I really love e.l.f., but that's been talked about in the last video. So, in one of my boxes, not my boxes, I'm sorry, my Ipsy bag came this fantastic lip gloss from Hikari. I believe I'm saying that right. My daughter says I'm saying it right, so I assume that I'm saying it right. Because what better to go on than a teenage girl? So Hikari, and it's in Merlot, I think. Let me look at this. Merlot, and it is. I'm gonna swatch it here so you can see it. Oh, just that color is just. I hope I got that in the frame because I don't know what I'm doing. But the color is just so amazing. I went crazy when I got this. And my daughter gets an Ipsy bag as well, and she also got one, but not in the same color. And I was so glad that I got this color, because a lot of times my Ipsy bag, I don't know who's making the decision about, you know, what colors and such we get according to our profile things that we make out, because sometimes the stuff I get does not work for my skin tone and my hair color and everything. It just doesn't work. And even though my daughter is also fair, she has, she's much more fair, and she's different hair color, she just has different tone, and she can pull off certain things that I can't pull off, and I can pull off certain things that she might not be able to. But she's really one of those people that can pull off almost anything. Like, really. She could pull off anything. She's just got that perfect look. I'm trying to take this off a bit. Well, that didn't completely work because that's a Kleenex and not a makeup remover. So anyways, love this so much. If you can get Hikari products, then get them because they're fantastic. And I am going to look up where they can be bought. I would assume you'd be able to buy them some way through Ipsy, or that Ipsy would know, but they're like Birchbox is something that you've gotten, you usually can buy right off their site. Hikari I haven't noticed, Ipsy I haven't noticed that as much. Hikari, Ipsy. But I'm sure that Sephora or Ulta or somebody probably has this. Or just, you know, I'll look it up. Don't you worry. I will look it up for you, and it will be right down below so that you can find it yourself without having to go through a bunch of junk. That's my job. So anyways, I'm going to put that back up there. I don't have a lot of... this is going to be terrible. I do not have a lot of lipsticks and lip glosses. It's really bad. I don't know what happened. I recently decluttered, and I gave my daughter a bunch of stuff, and this is what happened. So I do know what happened. This is what happened. But I was really kind of shocked when I realized how much I'd given away and how little I had. Especially since Burt's Bees. You know, I just don't have much to work with right now. So I'll be looking for new lipstick very soon. And also, I don't have as much, you know, makeup as a lot of the people I see on YouTube that talk about makeup or beauty, and they have a lot of makeup, but many of them are makeup artists, and I am not. And many of them probably have more money than me, and I don't have a lot. So I try to do the best I can with the amount of money I have. There are people poorer than me, of course. I realize that, but there are also people just like me that really can't afford to spend like $300 at Sephora, you know, for a few items, because it's Sephora, and everything is like $1 million. Not really. Really. It is. Anyways, going on to the next thing. Oh, yes. One of my favorite things. I love this stuff so much. I use it every day. It is, I only got it like last week. Sugar Lemon Squares Hemp's Treats Body Lotion is like, it is so good. It's like smelling lemon sugar cookies or something else that I've been chowing on recently. But you're like, what? Why did she not tell us? That's really weird. It is, isn't it? Anyways, this stuff's great. I love it. Been using it like crazy. I smell like it all the time. I'll show you. That's the only thing, is I really wish that it had come in like a tub instead of a bottle, because it's so thick, as you can see. And so if you don't like a body butter, because it's like thick like a body butter, then you might not like this. But the smell is fantastic. I personally like the fact that it's thick. I just rub a little on right now. I just find it great. And I think that you would too. If you like lemon. I mean, some people might think, oh god, I smell like lemon pledge. They might. I mean, I don't think I smell like lemon pledge. I think that that's a different smell. Although, also lemony. And I actually kind of like the smell of lemon pledge, so it probably wouldn't bother me. Everybody around me would think that I was dusting constantly, but it wouldn't bother me. I would be like, this smells so good. I love it.